Hey, everybody, I'm Tim Counts. I'm here with my partner in crime, my fearless leader, my general, the one and only Todd Lemoine from the
Hey
Atlanta,
guys,
Georgia area. Todd, how's it going?
man, it is going, buddy. It was a little chilly this morning, and now the sun's out and it's shining. It's springtime, man. It is springtime in real estate.
Spring has sprung, and you know what they say about spring. Yeah, that's what they say about spring. Well, we got about the same weather here in Fort Mill. We're in just a little bit south of Charlotte, North Carolina, in the Fort Mill market. And I am a team leader for one of Todd Lemoine's real estate teams here in Fort Mill, the Todd Lemoine team. And we're based out of Atlanta, Georgia. And Todd and I became friends a while back when we were working on another team. And we kind of moved apart for a while, got back together a year or so ago, and things have been fantastic ever since. And we just decided we needed to put a podcast and a YouTube, Facebook, video, whatever it's called, cast together.
We got to cast it, man. Let's cast it.
Cast it because we got stuff to say.
Cast the vision.
And everyone is waiting with bated breath to hear what we have to say. And we know that.
We're going to drop some serious knowledge.
It is. We're going to drop some. So we decided to drop this knowledge on everybody. What our goal is here is to do a short broadcast, 15, 20 minutes. Don't hold us to that. Little drive time broadcast. Hopefully bring you some entertainment, bring you some value as it relates to real estate, and get to know us, because of course that would be the most important thing, is getting to know us on a personal level. Isn't it right, Todd?
Of course, we're just regular guys trying to make a living, support our families, and we have fun doing it, and we really love what we do. So I hope you guys sense our passion and our joy for what we do, loving to help people, and we like to have fun. And like Tim said, he's a short guy.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Todd, you moved your elbow there, and I saw some interesting things on your ledge behind you there. Move your right elbow again. I think there's something about arthritis, hot, and I survived. And it's something the other one. You had a big birthday, didn't you?
Yes, I turned 30, Tim. You got a lot more gray hair. I'm much more prettier, and I'm young.
If you're 30, that makes me 37, and I'm pretty happy about that. But I don't think anybody gives anyone arthritis ointment on their 30th birthday.
So I will fess up. I turned 50, and this is one of the gifts that I got. I'm not really sure what this is or what it does, but I have it here just in case. I've never been 50 before, Tim, and I know you've been 50 for quite a while, so I wasn't sure. I got prune juice. Arthritis, hot.
Yeah.
I think that's for like hemorrhoids or something. I'm not sure.
I do not think that you want to use that on hemorrhoids. No, you know what, Todd? That's exactly what it's for. It's for hemorrhoids.
Okay, yeah, I wasn't sure. And then this fixes it. I think this is like super glue or tape or something that if I break something, I can get it taped back together.
Right. Or if your teeth fall out while you're eating pizza, you can put them back in.
Yeah. Are you making fun of me?
Yeah, because that actually happened.
Oh, how do you know that? Dang it.
You showed me.
And then I didn't even know they made these anymore. Reader's Digest?
Reader's Digest. That's good.
So this is what a 50-year-old realtor gets, a self-employed real estate. This is the things you get in my world, man. Happy birthday. I'm excited. I don't know.
Well, happy birthday, man. You'll never catch me, but we'll go down this we'll take this journey together. I'll always be ahead of you on this one. I think this is the only race that I'm winning.
I'm following your wisdom, my friend.
Excellent. Well, Todd, tell me how long, or tell the people who are listening to, how long have you been in the real estate business?
Yeah, so we have been in business selling real estate for about 9.5 years. Started in the last downturn, 11, I think, when I got my license in February, and have just I ran one of the larger home inspection companies here in Atlanta for 15 years. I have a degree in construction management, so like my head has been in real estate probably since I was born. My dad built houses, so it has been in my blood in some form or fashion for quite a long time, So we have grown the team here. We branched out in the Atlanta area, and then you and I became partners a few years back, and that's been just an amazing journey. And one of the best things we've ever done. I've ever done, at least. I hope you feel the same way.
Oh, absolutely.
And just keep growing the business and want to serve as many people and help as many people as we can to navigate these crazy real estate waters.
That is the plan. And I'll tell you, like Todd said, I joined up, we reconnected a little over a year ago, I guess, and are building this company together. We've got our team here in Fort Mill, and
Yes.
I know the life's gotten better since we teamed up and started doing things right, isn't it?
I mean, I don't know. I think we screw a lot of stuff up, and I don't know if we have. I don't know. We have fun though. I know that. I know we have fun, and I think that's all that really matters in a lot of cases, particularly working, because this industry can be very difficult. I'm sure as any other industry, but if you really have a deep passion, I know Tim has a deep passion and for helping and serving people through real estate, and I do as well. And so we just kind of mix fun. It's not like we're even at work. I mean, look, we're sitting here doing this. Isn't it cool? Huh?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, man. You go through your day. There's plenty of stress that's going to come out and get you. There doesn't have to be that stress at work, and that's one thing that we work really hard at work is to make this our relationships with our fellow agents and the time we spend together, fun and funny. Everybody's got a sense of humor. Everybody's got thick skin. Nothing's off limits, and that's just what makes the tougher times survivable. Couldn't even say it, survivable.
Yeah. Because I tell you what, man, this year is definitely becoming a little more difficult than I think we anticipated with just the high demand level of real estate. And it's the craziest thing I've ever seen. Tim, I know you didn't start back in this time period, but when we were in the downturn, I was running the home inspection company. And I remember it like it was yesterday. We come in, my dad's there, and usually the phones are ringing off the hook. We got all these annoying real estate agents calling us, complaining us about something, wanting us to change the schedule. And the phone wasn't even ringing. I mean, it was like, and we're like giving my dad, we're like, Dad, did you pay the phone bill? What's going on around here? So that was like the first sign. And this market is like the complete opposite, because that turned into be such a buyer's, like, I think one of my first transactions was a house for $20,000, man.
Really?
$20,000. Do you know of any houses in your area for $20,000?
No. Fast forward, and I know plenty of houses that are going $20,000, $40,000, and $60,000 over list in 2 days.
Yeah.
But, no, I don't.
It's freaking crazy, bro. Crazy. So it's like real estate has a natural tendency to balance. I think just like the stock market and just like life in general, right? There has to be a balance. And so extreme many years ago, it's finally coming back, and we're hoping, the next few years it gets kind of, in the middle or balanced. So it's more of a predictable business. We're able to guide our clients better, and be able to offer high level service to our clients, as we're doing now, but in a little bit more of a predictable manner.
Yeah. And on top of that, I was thinking about this just the other night. We were talking about this, especially from the buyer's perspective. I want this to level out so that our first time home buyers, our families that want to get in their first, reasonably priced home have a shot at doing it, because, it seems like right now, in order to win these multiple bid situations, you got to have a bunch of cash.
Yeah. You got to have a bunch of cash. We got offered Falcons tickets, right?
Yes.
On our offer. I don't know if I can say that or not, but
yeah,
hypothetically, do a whole lot for me.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly we had an offer, and I'm like, man, I would prefer Braves tickets, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's as real estate agents to get our buyers these deals. I mean, we got to have a lot of cash. Cash. Cash is king for sure. We had Tim, and I know you know this, Tim, but the last listing we just sold last week, we had 55 offers, and we got 56 offers, 55,000 above list. The one before that, we had 20 some odd offers, and 80,000 above list.
That's insane.
I mean, what are things that I know things that we do because you and I talk about it all the time, but what are things that we could share with these guys that if there's anybody watching this or listening to us, what are some tidbits of nuggets that we could give to these guys, right? To tell them that it still is a good time, but we have to be patient. We have to have a lot of money. So I think you got a nifty tool that you want to share with everybody here in a few minutes.
Yes, I do.
So I don't know. What do you think are some good things, like realistically as professional adult real estate agents that are serious and can guide our clients
with a serious face?
Yeah.
Excellent. Man, I think that a lot of it is setting the expectation with the buyers to begin with. Because you said, what, 56 offers on that one?
Woo! Yes.
That means 55 families were disappointed.
Yeah.
55 people had to go out and start the process all over again. And, that's tough. I mean, that'll wear on you, that makes things anxious. That makes things, very testy. And, what we got to do, like you said, is we got to help those folks out so they got a fighting chance at it. A couple of these things, we looked at these services that will actually go in and make a buyer a cash buyer. And we're seeing a lot of that on the listing side as well. Can we say company names? I don't know. Can we?
I don't know. We use Ribbon.
I'm gonna, because it's called Ribbon.
Yeah.
And, basically what that does is that lets your buyer become a cash buyer.
Yeah.
They'll guarantee a cash offer up to a particular point. They set that point. And I think it's like 1% it's going to cost your buyer to use that to become a cash buyer. Writing a letter telling the seller, hey, listen, we've got money. Here's proof I got money. We're willing to pay over the gap money between the appraisal and the contract price, making sure that that's not just a box checked on the contract, but that's an actual conversation. Because, if you're one of 56 people going in there, you want to make sure they remember you, right? So it's more than just a box checked on there. But conversation with the listing agent, getting your mortgage officer to call the listing agent and really talk up the clients and what a seamless deal it's going to be.
Hey, how many mortgage lenders called me?
I bet it's between -1 and 1.
I think you're right. And I know when our buyers, when we are with our buyers and we're writing offers, our lender that helps us here in Georgia, I don't know if I can say Gina Slide's name that works for Supreme Lending, but if I could, I would probably say that name, and Denise Walcott. But I don't know if I can say their name, so I shouldn't. But
we'll check after we publish this.
Did I say their? I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
Just nobody heard that.
What kind of rebels we are, man.
Woo! They will call the lender. They call if I got a call as a listing agent from a lender about a particular buyer, that I think that would go a long way. Now, does that guarantee anything? No, it doesn't. For sure, it doesn't. But I think those additional steps, having a call from an actual mortgage lender, is a piece that would make a difference, I think.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah. And I think having a hardcore professional loan officer on your side is very important as well. You want to make sure that the buyer has not just the form letter that says, you're pre-qualified, but this letter isn't worth the paper it's written on because we haven't checked anything yet, which is essentially what they say. But to go in and have like a real pre-approval, these people have been as approved as much as they can be approved at this point for this loan. I mean, wouldn't you agree that's pretty important?
Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah. But honestly, you want to get in a house right now, you got to have cash.
Yep.
You got to have cash. We're going anywhere from 5 to 15% above list price. The buyers, they're paying for the closing costs. They're paying inspection appraisal fees, even if there are any. If you can waive appraisals, gap money to get the difference between the contract and the appraisal price. If you have to have a house now, you got to know the rules to play for sure.
100%, because There's just not going to be any negotiation because there's a dude standing right behind you.
That's holding up a stack of cash, right?
Yeah, that's like, now he may not, but I will.
Yeah.
You know, and you got to be ready for that. And you got to have those conversations with your buyers ahead of time and tell them, listen, here's another conversation we're having. And I think this is a good way to put it, because the listing strategies have changed. You know, before we used to list homes at a price to get an offer because we know the offer is going to come in low. We're going to negotiate back and forth. And we're going to talk about all this stuff. Those days are gone. We're pricing houses like it's eBay now. Right? We're listing those houses for, you know, $10,000, $20,000 below market value. And that's how you get 56 offers.
Yep. You relist them right at or just below, and it drives them up. The market drives them up like crazy every time.
Because then it's an auction. Then it's really an auction. It's a battle and it's a contest. Now, you know, if you list your house that way and you don't get multiple offers, all that means is you're still too high, but that's a conversation for another day.
They just didn't hire us.
Exactly.
They hired the wrong realtor.
It would have been sold. Would have been done.
That's what we do.
That's right. That's exactly what we do.
Amen.
Every day.
That's right. Every day.
Every day. Even
now
on
you see me, now you don't.
That's right. That's right. It's magic.
Magic.
But, you know, coming, if I can circle back around.
Do it. Circle back.
To what we were talking about some of these services, you know, if you can get your clients to fully understand that ribbon service, yes, it's going to cost them 1 percentage point, but it makes them a cash buyer, and they don't have to worry about, you know, the pre-qualification because they've already been pre-qualified with Ribbon. Ribbon's going to guarantee the sale of the home. Your client shows up with their own financing. They pay Ribbon 1%. They bought a house with cash. Everybody's happy. Ribbon earned their money because they helped them win that contest, right? Yeah. Let's say their financing for some reason hasn't been completed by closing day. Ribbon buys the house. That's going to cost them a little bit more. I think it's an additional 1.4%. But they get to buy the house. They get to move in. They get to keep living there. And then when their financing comes through, they pay Ribbon and they're done.
And guess what? They start getting new appreciation on the house.
Yes.
Because as we look back over time, you know, I do hear sometimes buyers or people saying, well, we're just going to wait. This is too extreme of a market. It is. However, interest rates are still historically low than they've ever been, ever. I remember I told you when I bought my first house, I got out of the military and I married my beautiful bride from high school, Paige. I love you, baby. I hope you're watching.
She's too good for you, man.
She is too good for me, for sure. We were selling that house, moving to another house. And in 98, the interest that I bought as a young, uneducated home buyer, brand new home, was 9.25 or something. It was in the nines, man. Right? So even though they may be paying, they feel like they're paying a lot now, and if they're getting mortgages, they're still at a historic, like your future self. I mean, wouldn't your future self, if you felt like you paid high compared to what? And it's not really high because it is what the market is right now.
Right.
And would you rather pay high now and have lower interest rates, or have lower price and higher interest rates for over a 30-year period? Which one would you prefer?
Well, you definitely want the lower rates right now, because there's going to come a point in time, nobody stays in their house forever.
No.
And there's going to come a point in time where that 10-year stretch of mortgage payments for a $300,000 house is going to actually be more out of your pocket than it would have been for a $350,000 house with a lower interest rate.
For sure.
I mean, interest rates already this year, what is it, $223 more a month for a $375,000 house?
They've gone up. They were in the low threes at the beginning of the year. Now they're like 4.5. So that's buying power as people are waiting and sitting on the fence for something to occur or change, which could happen over a long period of time. I think Warren Buffett said this, you're never going to outsmart the market.
No.
So we're never going to outsmart the stock market, and we're never going to outsmart the real estate market. So action is the key in these areas, right? You jump into action, you get what you got, you're in the game at the time, and then you hold on to it for a time when because if you're not going to sell, then what the hell does it matter if the market
doesn't matter anyway, right? I mean,
you know,
Yeah, it's same exact thing with a stock. You didn't lose any money on a stock that's worth more today than it was yesterday unless you sell it. Unless you convert that asset into cash. That segues us into a great conversation, man. Have you seen this calculator we got with our brand new little BK mortgage company calculator that we got?
Place app? The Place app we have? Yeah. The Place, Powered by Place app that we have, that's a mortgage calculator that we get from being partners with some really cool people that are really super smart.
That have changed our business.
That are changing and changed our business. Yeah.
Those people. And I'm fully convinced they're going to change the industry. And I'm pretty glad I'm on that bus.
I'm glad I'm on that team, baby.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'll put a link to I'll put a link to download this app in the show notes on the podcast. So if you're listening and you're interested, just look in the show notes. You can download this app. But here's the thing. I wish somebody had told me this when I was a young man, because when I was a kid when I was a kid, you weren't born yet. But when we were both much younger, our parents were telling us, you go to work, you make your money, you buy a house, you save your money, you buy a house, you live there, you sell the house, you take that money, you put it into a bigger house, and you keep going on and on. Nobody ever told me to look at purchasing a home as an investment. It looked like something else. You know what I mean? Even though it winds up being one of the biggest investments, if not the biggest investment in our lives, it was, at least for me, it wasn't talked about that way. Mm-hmm. Did you get that?
No, not really. No.
Yeah. So one thing I like, and what this app lets us do, Todd, is we actually can answer a question a little bit better, because when people say, hey, what do you do? What do you do for a living? I'm a real estate agent. Well, how many real estate agents are there? I have 15,000 in my MLS. How about you?
Ooh, man, I think we're double here.
Yeah.
30,000. It's insane.
Well, looking at this app, we can truly say to people that we help people build their wealth through real estate. Yeah. And here's the gig.
That should be part of your portfolio.
Yeah, absolutely. Because it's part of their investment portfolio. I know in the Charlotte market, that grew 16% this year. It's a hell of a return.
16%? What what the average is for the stock market?
I do not off the top of my head. I'm in real estate, Todd.
I think it's like 11 if you do really well. 10 to 11.
I'm not an expert at that.
We'll get you there, buddy. We'll get you there.
No, but I do. I think you're right. I think it's 11, but it was 16. And even in real estate, even taking into account the 2007, 2008 nonsense, right?
Yeah. Yep. All that's great.
Still averaged 4% per year for 30 years.
Yep.
Okay. So we're safe to say, let's use 4. If using this little application here, this is a much more complicated calculation than I can do. Let's take
calculations.
What's that?
No, I got excited. You said calculations.
That's right. Calculations. Let's do
it.
So
calculate, baby. Calculate.
$300,000 house, and let's say it's conventional, or whatever kind of loan you're doing, conventional, doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. You're putting 20% down, that's $60,000. Let's do a 30-year loan, and let's say that the mortgage rate is, what is it now? You want to say what, about 4.25?
Yeah, that's fine. That sounds legit.
4.25. Average appreciation was 16% in Charlotte last year, but let's say it's only 4. Let's say it's only 4%. National average, according to the National Association of Realtors, for the last 30 years, right? 4%. Let's say you are a married couple, right?
Yep.
And your household income is anywhere between $80,000 and $171,000 a year.
Okay.
All right.
What you telling me? Calculations.
By my calculations, your asset will have grown by $12,000 in 1 year, 4%, right?
Wow.
Here, everybody talks about this, and we've heard this hundreds of thousands of times from people. Here's what we don't talk about. So you got $12,000 that your asset has grown in the first year. Mm-hmm. You have reduced your principal by $4,046 in that very same year, right?
16.
You've reduced your taxes by writing off a portion of the interest that you can by $2,200 that year. You have increased your wealth by $18,273 in 1 year just by making your mortgage payment.
Wow.
How much would you have to save?
Gosh. I mean, if you're like just saving money, how much is that a month? It would have to, it's well over $1,000 a month.
$1,522 a month.
Yeah. So just by buying a house, making a mortgage payment, if all those numbers are, all your magic is in there, I mean, they could potentially add $18,000 to their net worth.
Yeah.
I wonder how many people look at their net worth regularly.
I don't think hardly anyone. Unfortunately, I know I didn't until I got a little inspiration to do it.
That is something we'll have to talk about, Tim.
Yeah,
I just got a light bulb.
Yep, and let's do it. Let's talk about that. As a matter of fact, let's go next episode. Let's talk about
next episode. We have great resources and great amounts of knowledge on that.
Yeah, we have all kinds of stuff. And, if you like what we're putting down, if you're picking up what we're putting down, as the kids say, just come back, tune in, listen, drop us a line. Let us know what you think. There's a place to comment in the show notes there.
I'm a little nervous. This is my first adult video I've ever made, so I was a little nervous about it.
This is your first adult video you've ever made?
Yeah. You make
your first adult video?
Adult video?
Is it the first video as an adult?
Yes.
Okay, I'm with clarity something.
Power.
There's power in clarity. All right, we're going to do this every week, ladies and gentlemen, maybe a little bit more often. You can find us on your favorite carrier of podcasts. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on YouTube. This is Todd and Tim.
Bam.
And we're glad you're here. Y'all have a good one. Take it easy.
Take it easy. Take it easy.
I'm going to save you people.
Easy.